trouble we had last time, but we did get a new teammate. So we are kind of having to hide out for a little while because we ended up getting a crime rating because we kind of were impatient and sent Bard out at one point, and he got found out by the guards, and the guards are going to even though they're not fans of the what do you call it, some of the other what do you call it, factions in Kenshi, you know, they weren't having any of. Hold on. They weren't having any of it when it came to the possibility of letting someone get scot free. So, hold on. We have what's going on here. Playing dead. There's a fight of some kind. Death Bandit dying. Oh, this is right outside the base. I was gonna say, this looks way like this. That looks way different than what I was expecting to see. I know he's gonna get up. Come on. Can I sneak and then like bonk him on the head? I don't think I can. Come on. I know you're playing dead, but you're gonna be bleeding for a little bit, so come on. Just let loose of the gear. Let's go ahead and throw all this stuff on in our inventory. Throw that armor on. Now, we sold off all the stolen armor that was from the slave mongers. For the reasoning of, we kind of determined that it wasn't going to probably work out. Hold on, let's set load to medic. Load Batai, or all these guys to medic, because I think we have some people that are in real trouble. Have swift medic as well. I think Zim's the one who's out in the middle of nowhere. Did Zim lose an arm? You better not have lost an arm. We only have room for one person. We got. Oh, hold on. Death Bandit deciding to rob Zim while he's down. I've got nothing. Joke's on you. Zim ain't got nothing for you to take. There we go. Oh, there are bandits here. This feels like an obvious statement. We haven't sold all the armor yet. We haven't gotten everybody quite ready. Now the thing is, the idea is we're just trying to basically be kind of like just nomadic fighters at this point, because I feel like we're not ready to defend anywhere right now. I don't think. He's real hurt. Let's have him go up. And do we have any more beds? Yes, we do. Right here. Let's set these guys to medic. Come on, help out. Help out. Administer some kind of aid here. First aid. I have everyone on hold. Maybe that's it. It's messing everybody up. Let's get everybody to run up here. So right now we're kind of a nomadic group here, just because we weren't really ready. I don't think. I mean, you guys gave some really good suggestions, and I'm not saying I don't think it wouldn't work. I'm just saying I think that we want to kind of be, once you get into like spider territory and all kinds of other stuff like that, you run into, if someone gets downed, they're probably dead. Like gutter and spider and stuff like that, because then you get things that are really fast. So I think that we want to get these people at least pretty tough, especially since we're not going to be using weapons. We're using kind of weapons just for narrative purposes that are kind of not ideal for fighting spiders and things like that. So we want to be careful. Oh, this is a totally different. What in the world place is this? Oh, we went to definitely the wrong spot. It's a Holy Nation military base. Went to the wrong base on a hill. Is everyone else still bleeding out over here? Oh, yeah, I think Moo's been slowly bleeding out from the leg. First aid. Scratch, he's been bleeding out from the arm. I think, or no, leg, I think. Hold on. First aid. And Slink is just hungry. Which we can solve that pretty easily. Hold on. Let's get, hold on. Not Slink. Hold on. Swift is just staring at the wall right now. There we go. So Slink's just hungry. We can solve that with just buying some extra food. There's mercenaries here too if we need them. Which should be good to know. Let's talk to the bar thug. Buy your own drinks. There you go. Oh, I was hoping that they'd fight us. Those are actual mercenaries. Because sometimes you can get the bar thugs to attack you, or not attack you, but yeah, to attack you. And that's kind of what I was hoping to have happen. You know? Because then we basically get free stuff. Oh, are they a bodyguard too? Oh no, they're the actual merchant. Okay, we want to sell this. I have to sound really high up on my side. Also, I'm going to try to make sure to watch the chat a little more. I think I got so engrossed I missed some chat last time, so I'm going to try to be a little more diligent on watching for that. We have some sleeping bags we can buy, but I'm not seeing much food. These loaves of bread, and I don't think they're the most efficient thing in the world. I think the food cube's a little more efficient than the piece of bread because it's 60 for 800. And that's 75 for less than that. So yeah, we're not gonna be making money from all this, but we can. I don't know how much the bed rentals are. Now, I don't know if I need to actually put them, like if I get charged for putting someone in a camp bed. We'll see. If I can't put them in the camp bed, then maybe. Okay, maybe they would charge me. Put down. Oh, he's awake. Zim, you're awake now. You go sleep yourself. He can't sleep in the camp bed. We'll let him. It's either that it would cost money or something like that. And Bart is really spreading out on that bed. He's absorbing. He's becoming one with the bed here. I mean, some of the other ones seem to be doing that too, but now we didn't sell all the pants though. That's another thing we didn't take all of. Oh, another bar thug. Let's get Slink to come up here and try to instigate another fight. Huh? Oh, hold on. We can actually hire the bar thug? That's interesting. The bar thug actually the bodyguard. Oh, plastic surgeon. We don't need to worry about that. And other people here. So, where is Swift? Are we actually going to have a food problem? We might actually have a food problem. Because we left all the food back at the base. And it's going to be a while before we're probably A-okay to return. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, let's throw everyone's shoes back on so that we at least know who's got gear and who doesn't. We want to ultimately transition everybody into gear that is properly ours, so that we don't have any possible conflict with anybody. Let's give that to. Oh no, Slink, did you just drop that food? Yep. Give that to Swift. And then she'll share it to everybody. There we go. She's gonna be the food, kind of the food the food rationer while we're here. I think that our bounties have all disappeared. Actually, if I go through, I'm pretty sure we're all bountyless now. I mean, Bard's still technically considered an ex-slave. Which is problematic. But he'll probably be done with that. 75 hours, my gosh. He's going to be noticed as an ex-slave for 75 hours? 75 more hours. Now, they're probably going to have to rest here for longer than 75 more hours, so I shouldn't be really that... Okay, so I'm going to get everybody to sit. Here's a little tip. If you sit down, you actually use less hunger. Oh, he was sleeping, wasn't he? Yeah, well, he was. That might take all the rest of my money. Oh no, not all the rest of it. I'm gonna have the people who are awake sit down. In seats, because that's actually going to lower their food consumption by just a little bit, but it's enough to kind of be meaningful, I think. Okay, let's have him sit here. Maybe load, sit down somewhere. Oh no, he can lay in the bed now. Oh no, it's a bed. It was a bed rental cost, so he paid for the bed rental. Slink is gonna have some trouble because she's the worst off food wise. Now hold on, we had more people to loot, didn't we? Yeah, the Dust Bandits I think finally died. We can have Dust Bandit stuff, alright, but we can't have Slave Trader stuff. So we have a chance to switch anything out for a variant that's not Slave Trader. We are not going to switch out the pants, though. We're going to leave the pants, because if slave traders come after us, that's fine still. It's just we don't want anything else from them, I think. I'm going to take both of those sabers and the pants if I can. Will it let me take the pants? Will it fit? Pants. Pants edition. Here we go. It's funny. I think that's actually... I feel like there's I feel like that's a... Yeah, I'm almost sure that that's a YouTuber. Like a thing that you... I play Star Citizen. I think that's actually a phrase somebody does for some of the cargo in ships to see if like you can get certain vehicles in. I felt like I heard that from somewhere. So I think there's a series on that. So if you probably recognize the phrase too, that was probably... We're probably both thinking the same thing. Saw this stuff. Ultimately, we want to make we want to make our own stuff. Once we're ready to go back, we'll okay, I don't think the bar thugs are going to fall for it anymore. Yeah, I think that they're not going to fall for anything, and we're not going to try to obviously recruit any hivers on an Okranite run. It'd be kind of weird. Unless we were doing kind of like a special kind of run. Like Okranite hivers. Okay, those are all done. I wonder if someone's still there. His leg is still pretty bad. So I'm going to have... And you're healthy now. I'm going to have Zim lay down. Ice, you're good. But I'll leave you until I have someone else to... Okay, so Ice, get up. Hiroto, go down. It's going to take some money, but we have food back at base. Scratch is sleeping right now. He doesn't... Okay, nobody else who's... Okay, I think everyone else who's around isn't necessarily hungry. Or not hungry, but isn't necessarily injured. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to probably leave... Like, when we get close back... when we get close to getting... back, we're probably going to bring Bard then, because Bard, as much as I like to have you around, you're getting us in trouble. You've been an ex-slave for longer than I ever thought you could be one. Let's see, or marked with the tag of that at least. So we really need to get back as soon as possible. And preferably once we can actually start replacing these samurai cloth pants with actual cloth pants that we own too. That's an end goal, I think, at least for a little while, but we're not going to be able to probably do that for a while. Buy a book. It's kind of expensive here, though. We can do it. Only could get one. So that medic pack. Would that be enough? That would be enough to just throw me right over. And I have tons of medic packs on somebody else. So anyone whose legs are hurt, that's who we're waiting on. Oh, hold on. We could actually splint his injury now to think about it. It's Zim, right? Hey, Griffin, splint Zim. Okay, I think he splinted him. We're gonna go back to Bad Teeth. We should be able to enter it again because our crimes seem to have disappeared. Seem to outlast the crime timer. Bard, you're gonna stick around, actually. I want to have you stay. Because you'll probably be able to run. You'll probably be able to run all right. Hold on. Benji, get out of it from there. Bard, you go and sit down. All of you people here, you're gonna join the. You're gonna all run as a group. His left arm's hurt, but that's fine. It won't affect his movement. Oh, not Bard. Gonna all run down here, and you're gonna all run as a group. I think Bard will survive on his own for at least a little while. Okay, what's your group speed? Oh, I was gonna say, don't tell me those are we're caught bandits, but they're nomads. That means we're probably safe for at least a little while. So let's run back to Bad Teeth. I think the Holy Nation's probably gotten over its fit over us having freed Bard from a totally unrelated faction. So I think we'll be okay. How fast are we running? I'm not really sure how fast we're running, but we're probably running fast enough, I imagine. Those two are kind of lagging behind, but that's fine. Now, we also have that other guy that we're worried we don't want to starve, our prisoner. That's another reason why I kind of have to go back now, because otherwise he's going to starve to death. These prisoners can starve to death. And that is something you really don't want to do if you're intending to use them as a training tool. Because I think that's what we really need to do. We need to get absolutely great at fighting. Hold on. Everyone's kind of going different ways. So everyone go down here. We're going to go through the river. Because right now we're probably the best swimmers in all of Kenshi. And we're not even that good at it. But we're probably better than most of the AI at this point. So we're going to have everybody swim out into the middle of this river. Because we know we're safe there. Except unless an animal can run along the bottom. Sometimes animals kind of can run across. But they get slowed down anyway. So typically if you're halfway decent at swimming, you're generally a little faster. However, the walking probably... Hold on. Everyone run at max speed so you get here. Consider it a swimming exercise while you guys are trying to get home. Everybody get here. That choke point. Is everybody here? Okay. I think everyone's here now. We'll all run together the rest of the way. Oh, who are those two? Oh. No, those are more of our guys. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say they didn't look familiar after I changed everyone's armor. Oh, that's probably one of our guys too. I don't believe we should have a crime rating pretty sure we waited it out. Now, I don't know if there'll be still bodyguards, or not bodyguards, but guards that don't like us there. Might still be red. But we have all our stuff there, so we'll have to find one way of getting our stuff out if that is the case. Logan is kind of lagging behind, I noticed. But I think since we stole all that armor, a lot of people aren't running with. Oh, you must be with them with the Okranites. Okay, ironically, we're getting recognized, but not in the way we'd like. Let's go ahead, get everybody ready. We'll try to fight this one because we want combat experience. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so actually, let's turn block off of everybody. Ooh, I turned it on. Let's turn hold off of everybody. Make sure it's off. And then we want to have all the heavily armored people taunt. Or people who have both armor and people who are still all fully equipped. Okay, you can taunt Hiroto. Kenshi can kind of taunt, but he's kind of new still, so I'm not gonna have him taunt. I'm gonna have only people with chainmail and stuff taunt. Anyone else we should make taunt? I think that's probably it. Alright, and then let's divide the taunters up. Let's go and send. We want to be a little smarter than we've been in terms of how we're doing this. And who's been really outperformed the last fight we actually stood and fight. I want to see if she can kind of repeat it. Griffin, I'm wanting to see him kind of make up for the fact that he kind of underperformed last time. Load, I never really expect him to overperform or underperform, so he's generally pretty stable considering. So I want to have him go back there. Hiroto, we're gonna have you go here. Where's another taunter I got here? Oh, you're not a taunter, but I'll have you go here. Anyway. Swift, you can go and help fight him. I think I'm starting to just divide people off. Batai is not going after one, so he can go after him. Go after him. Bard, you don't need to worry. Slink, go after him. You actually sit on block. You can sit on block. Stone, kind of rough off. I want to have all kind of the newbies help each other on this guy. Whoop, we don't need to fast forward. Right now we're kind of nomads more than Okranites at this point. Okay, they're talking about rebirth. It's funny that rebirth has come up more often in this gameplay than I've ever had come up. Okay, just get involved. Actually, feels like no one's gonna go after you otherwise. So this will be the first time fight that we have Slink in. So it'll be neat to see how they do. I don't think I looked at their stats. I think they're pretty untrained, like literally 0 strength, so they haven't gotten any strength yet. So we're doing pretty good. Oh wow, is that a spring bat? I think that's a spring bat crossbow. I think I have to give everybody credit this time. We did a lot better, I think. Okay, and then Benji adding his 2 cents in. It'd be stealing for sure, obviously, but we sneak. No one will be the wiser. Escape servant. Take that. Stout Hessian. We could take the Stout Hessian, which would be kind of neat to use because narratively that's what they actually wear as pants. But we call it, the outlaws are always going to get into trouble with us if we keep wearing too much of their stuff, or someone might think we are the outlaws. So we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna just take the spring bats because they're valuable and then sell them. I just have to remember Benji has it. How much are they gonna cost? We can sell them for like oh, they only just 200. That's super great. And it's better than everything else they're carrying, probably. And I don't think that the Holy Nation will care if we sell it to them. So let's medic everybody up. And then we can go off and do our thing. I think that normally I don't believe factions get that upset if you yeah, factions typically don't really get upset at you if you as you can see the 0. It's probably a little bit low, but typically if they attack you, the big benefit of being attacked rather than attacking is they won't actually tend to lose relationship with you all that much. Funny enough. I guess that makes sense too, because if they attacked you, it's not really they already disliked you as much as they disliked you. I kind of want to keep getting a bigger and bigger party, a kind of war party, because then I'll feel safer and safer when we actually get to the yeah, they're not coming after us. So I think it's just Bard that was causing some of the trouble. We did go after Bard. I kind of wish that one thing that just kind of like how the bounties worked. I wish ex-slave tag was the same. It kind of feels like that it's a little unfortunate that it doesn't function the same, because I'd imagine that the Holy Nation, since they have an entirely different system of slavery than the Empire and vice versa, that they wouldn't kind of honor each other's slavery agreements, especially since one's more like a prison and one's more like economic slavery. So, and that the Empire allows people different, call it different species, but then the Holy Nation doesn't. So the whole premise of it could be entirely different than one nation, and they'll act as if they were the one to enslave you in the first place. But it's kind of a minor thing. Let's run back home. Back to our home. And back to getting food. Yep, everybody got some food. In fact, they ate all the food. Good to know. Well, we're going to get everybody back on jobs. So, hold on. Let's get... Whoop. I actually brought up my overlay. We're going to get everybody back on jobs. So everyone who's got jobs, we'll go do jobs real quick. We have a book. Someone bought the book. Ah, you did. And that was actually enough for something. I remember. Because we need to get to hemp oil biofuel if we're going to be in the swamp, because I don't believe most other things that we can turn into biofuel will grow there. If we're going to live in the swamp, that's just going to be the material we have to work with, because it's just the material that grows there. Indoor lighting. Let's check first. We also need to learn how to grow it, which means we need to get some hemp first. Which might mean we might need to get our fastest runner to go get it, bring it back, have us learn how to farm it, and then we can make clothes out of it and stuff like that. We got basic weapon grades, things like that. And we make biofuel, things like that. Now, it's not food. I'm not really sure there's many foods to grow in the swamp, from what I remember. I think that we're actually going to be kind of in trouble in regards to food when we get to the swamp. We're going to have to take a lot with us. Oh, can't begin. What? I guess maybe I was trying to think of something else. Oh, we can actually use this time to beat up on our prisoner. Okay, let's get him. Actually, loot him first. He's been eating on that one thing this whole time. I mean, I guess he is asleep, which affects it pretty dramatically, but... let's unlock. because we want to kind of continue to beat him up. In fact, actually, hold on. We want Slink, because Slink is kind of newer, to get some fighting experience on him. Come on, take him out. Oh, everyone else, hold on. Everyone else, you gotta hold up. It's not gonna be much of a practice if you guys just run in. Okay, hold your position. If he's close to you, you can go ahead and beat him up. Alright, I want Slink to get some combat experience because they're new. Okay, everyone else jumped in as soon as he got close, which is fine. Let's have Slink pick them up and throw them in there. And let's have Load first aid him within reason. We only want his vitals to be healed. We do not want to repair anything else. We could also do martial arts. We could also get martial arts, which would be neat to have, but not really necessary, I think. So we'll think about whether we want to train martial arts on him. We can get more prisoners, but I kind of want to only... If we're going to condemn someone to such a terrible fate, I think they have to do something pretty terrible. So, I mean, as the killer of Taurus, one responsible for Taurus's death, I think this is about appropriate for him, but we're not just going to grab every bandit. It's got to be, whoever the bandit is has to have done something pretty bad. I mean, if we could get the guard or the slave monger to try to enslave, if we had the foresight to get the slave monger that tried to enslave Bard, that would have been a good one to do, but I wonder if Bard's going to starve to death before he gets his chance. Turn off hold. Swift is still working on that research. Speed up time. We can also make some training dummies, but I don't know if we have the materials to. We go build. Because we already have a training dummy. Basically. Iron plates and steel bars. Yeah, I don't think it trains it up to level 10. And Mark III, I think, trains up to 15. I think it's like 10 each. And I think it's just going to be a waste of iron plates. Because it's so hard for us to go back and forth and get them. Or it's so tedious to go back and forth and get them. We can get a biofuel distillery, but that and then make the biofuel here. Believe it or not, hemp is the most efficient fuel source and can be produced twice faster. Okay, so that's going to be one good thing in the swamp, is power is going to be not a problem at all in that regard. Bread oven. Can make bread. We don't have anything to make stuff, so let's not worry about that. We could do a cooking stove. I feel like we don't want to waste too much time making stuff here, though. We could put beds, though. Bed, yeah. So we can have people sleep. Oh. By the prisoner, maybe? No. That'd be kind of weird. Let's do it up. Let's do it in the rain. Well, it's a desert. There's not really going to be any rain. Chances of that are pretty low. And also, we're going to have to get water from rain barrels, too. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to. Oh, am I not going to have enough room? Come on. Come on, I wanted 3. I wanted 3 there. Can I get it closer? It's not quite the look I was wanting to go for, but I might have to do it because the other one I don't think is direct center. Yeah. I'd have to move that other thing. So let's go with what we can go with. I'm surprised it let me put that one there. And it's not letting me put one here. Oh, maybe it will let me put it in the middle then. I have to just put it kind of high enough up. Is that what I'm getting at? Maybe if I did like this, that would be the smart way to do it. Ah, that works. I like that. I like that now. And we can have people save food by doing that. So that's a way of saving some food. And we can also do a bed up here. We can do some beds up here. Probably do a bed like that maybe. Or it would probably be more efficient to do beds along this way. You like that? Kenshi design. That's why I should name this up. You know, that's what I should have said for this episode. Is Kenshi design? It's like the HGTV, but instead it's in Kenshi. I'm gonna be taking out walls. Not something I don't think we can do in Kenshi, so not really, but. Sometimes I feel like I've done way too. Done way too many of those of just like home design stuff jokes, and throughout my life, or making like I've made so many jokes referencing home or call it home repair shows and stuff like that. I watch way too many, I think. We're gonna put as many down as we can. We don't actually have any fabric, so none of this will be built. I just realized we don't actually have any fabric, so this is all planning. This is our plan of having just a massive bed complex here. So we have none of those materials. But once we do, that's directly the first thing we're going to build. Let's go ahead and get over to bar to sell this stuff and buy some more food, because I think otherwise we're going to start starving to death pretty soon. He is not liking that hiver over there. Okay, let's buy the food. They can buy one from there. Buy one here. Oh, out of trading rate. Logan's too far out though. Oh, they're bringing stuff back, I think. Hold on. So they're out mining, I think. We want everyone to have one because if otherwise we could get in trouble, especially people like that are running in and outside of the base, because they might stop them and ask them about it. Because technically in the Holy Nation, it's actually a crime to not have one, to not have a sacred flame book. However, I've never really seen them beyond the traveling parties actually like get angry about it. Let's have him go buy some food real quick for himself. Uh-oh. What happened with the... Hold on. There we go. I was going to say, where'd everybody go? Let's sell that. Because he already has the one thing. So those... He's got some iron plates on him, which we could use. And he could probably buy some fabrics while he's here. And bring it back to us. Now for 770, that's up basically 150 nutrition. So it's actually pretty effective to get to use dried meat. To just eat dried meat. I'm not doing my math terribly wrong for some reason. We can see what they got. We don't want ancient science books. Hold on, show me what you have. We want cloth if we can get it. Trying to think of how I'll be able to arrange this to probably be able to fit some cloth. In Kenshi, if it says something doesn't fit, it doesn't always really mean it. As you can see. We can find ways around it. One way or another. This might be a tricky one. Oh, now the meat doesn't have anywhere to go. There we go. Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to have to wait on that one until he eats that one other piece of meat. You always sell the Holy Flame and just buy it back. I have a bad feeling that we'll forget. Whatever, we'll buy it back. There's tons of them in the Holy Nation. So this can be his first act of missionary work, is by giving the merchant some for payment. Okay, so let's have him sit back down and wait out his timer. But you should have enough food to wait him out the entire time. I don't think we'll need it. Hold on, let's sit him down here if we can. Are there any open seats down here? Or is everybody sitting down? I don't think you can fit back there. Ah, here we go. One by the door. There we go. You're good there. Why is load having trouble? Oh, maybe we just did not get enough food again. On unload, go get some more food. You should be able to find some more food at one of the places. Show me where's. Yep, get more food. Dried meat seems to always be worth it. Especially if you're just going to put it in a box anyway. Let's have him run over here. And then buy some more. I think it's because it's space inefficient, I think. That would be my guess. Is it does not make a good use of space. Okay, that's probably all we can fit at the moment. And then let's go run back to the box. And there we go. Got some food just in case anyone else needs food. I do also have them on hold, I think, don't I? No, I took hold off. Okay, that's good. Let's run that there. Once Bard's back, we'll be able to start making some of those beds. But we can't get him back until he's no longer an ex-slave. Because otherwise, they're going to come after him. Now, we could technically get him in town. The hardest part about getting him in town will be if the guards notice him. There's gonna be a lot of consequences, unfortunately. Now, we could get some people to sit down to stop making, have them sit down at the outhouse. So he stopped. Oh, actually, we could have one more person. Hold on, Griffin. Oh no, I thought I had 2 seats, but not really. If we put like a row of chairs, we could have them sit at chairs. But beds are going to be better. We don't want to just use a bunch of our materials. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's have Swift come back real quick. Because we need to sell those animal teeth. Those hides and those animal teeth. And I think the proper thing we should do with the meat of I think that's the meat of Taurus. I'm not entirely sure. But I think that the most respectful thing we can do for him is make him into a training dummy. So the training dummy, because I think that the last rank of a training dummy requires raw meat. If it does, it might be an assassination dummy. But whichever one requires raw meat, we can make a dummy out of in order to have it that in the future people can wreak vengeance on the people that Taurus probably would not have liked. So I think that's the way he probably would have won it. However, someone may have nibbled off of him a little bit because I noticed that there's only 3 in there rather than 4. But, hey, he was a team player. He was a team player. There we go. Okay, let's sell some stuff here. Oh, he still hasn't regenerated pretty much any of his money. But we can take more food from him. Okay, let's go to the other ones. Get some more money. We're working up some money so that we can buy gear, and then we can do the nomadic fighting. Kind of what we're wanting to do. And then once we're good enough, we're going to move up into fighting, we call it, or into moving into the swamp more permanently. But there's too many dangers in there, I think, at the moment. Okay, so I think that we were still able to get all that food up. Hold on. Let's go here. I think we'll be able to get some more food. We've already got 6,000, so I think the our guys are laboring are getting pretty good. So we should be able to get money pretty fast. Oh, there we go. And here we go. And then we'll throw those in the crate. Throw that in the food crate. Whenever we're in range. There we go. We're going to sneak it in there real quick. Fortunately, nothing that's free to train. Or to level up. But you can always hope. But I'm happy that we're back in town for the most part. Even if Bard's not. He's got 38 hours. He should have enough food. Yeah, he's gonna have enough food. In fact, actually, he can go get some more cloth because we have restocked. And he probably bring us a good amount of cloth back. He can run pretty fast, so unless if anything short of a gutter, he'll probably be able to outrun. He didn't restock, but he got the last one that he wasn't able to get earlier. Now they don't have, they only have wheat straw, so and we're not going to be able to farm wheat straw in the swamp, so it's pretty much useless to us. Because we won't be able to use it for the technology. Cotton might be. Oh no. We need to find. Hold on. I just realized we might be able to run him somewhere, and get one piece of hemp, right, for him to be able to make. We call it down to. He's still pretty close to the swamp. If he can find a swamp town. But do I trust Bard? Do I trust Bard to be fast? If I've learned anything, that's not really going to work out all that great. And he should run a lot faster, but he's weighed down a good amount. Weighed down by some by armor and equipment is getting rid of it, and some of it is Put it here, and then there's not going to be an easy way to carry that, is there? Once he's eaten a little bit, we'll decide. We'll have to decide on whether we want him to do a run for it. Oh, I need to go back. Have him sit down again, otherwise he's going to use more food. Also, we don't want him getting locked in. There we go. So the stores will close around 2200. So just keep that in mind. We're going through food pretty quick. 3 bars are gonna, even at 3 bars in the town, we're gonna run through food pretty quick. The problem that ultimately comes down to with the swamp, we're gonna run into some serious dangers. It would be very easy to build a town in Holy Nation territory right now, and it's arguably the easiest place to build it since we're playing a Holy Nation friendly team. But that's not what we're doing. We're playing the missionaries, so we gotta build somewhere hostile. So that's gonna leave us with only one option, and that's the next easiest place is gonna be the swamp. If we're going based off just what's logical for our characters here, and so they need to be ready. You know what? These guys I could have kind of train just by running back and forth. That will make them use food a little faster. You do get an accelerated loss of food while moving and doing things. There's a lot of little mechanics which I find really kind of cool. Now, they kind of beef up their strength and their athletics at least. Depending on if they're way down or not. Actually, you know what? Now's a good time to show you some strength training. So we're gonna go press play here, and then what we're gonna do is we want to train Zim up because I think Zim he's kind of weak sauce right now. I think he's pretty weak sauce, and not that weak sauce compared to where they start at 0 and 1. So we're going to pick him up. I'm gonna pick up Griffin, who's gonna be pretty heavy. Slink, who they're not gonna need someone so heavy since they're just brand new at strength. Can pick up a new. And someone can pick up load. Hold on. Who's Scratch? Are you still pretty new? Oh, actually, we forgot to sell Benji's crossbows. He's not going to be able to sell them there. He's going to have to go to another bar. And we can get some strength training going on while we're still here. There we go. Again, we don't want to hold on to anything that's stolen for a while. We will hold on to the slave monger's pants for a while because no one in the area we care about are going to care if we stole from the slave mongers. Wait, was Benji doing a job? Oh yeah, he was doing a job. My bad. Who's not doing a job? Moo's pretty new, right? Moo's pretty new. But she's doing a job. Wait, what's going on out here? Oh, some escaped servants are fighting. It's funny that the High Paladin's lost his weapon. I don't know where it went, but I know when we were fighting him, he didn't have his weapon equipped. So I don't know what's going on with the High Paladin there. But he's just been going martial arts for a while now. There's Batai and Hiroto, but Hiroto should have pretty good strength. How's Batai doing? He's better strength than Hiroto. I want to get someone who's got, who needs some training to do. Stone, he's working mining, so he'll get strength just from that. Well, we'll do Hiroto. Can grab load here. And we'll have these three kind of run around real quick. And beef up their strength. Because even though, we could have some really strong people, but it's probably better to have a good amount of even across the board. Because if you're surrounded and you have one mega unit and someone who's just absolutely awesome, but then tons of weak people around you, you're gonna have a problem that the weak people are gonna be taken off by cannibals, eaten, killed, things like that. Meanwhile, your strong person is gonna stick around and may even win. They may just have a chance of winning, but they're gonna have a harder time because they're gonna have to block more. They're going to have to do a lot of things more. than they would normally have had to. They're going to have to pick up that slack, and it's going to be rough for them. So it's kind of good to have it kind of across the board. So let's kind of train them up. Get that strength going. No, what do we call it? No idle hands in our little group. Kind of just doing laps. This is my preferred method of strength training in this game. Is doing laps. Oh, that and mining. Mining is probably the second best form of strength training. Just because they have to then carry it. But it only works when they have really low strength. If they don't have really low strength, eventually they get good enough that carrying the ore is nothing to them. They can like run back and forth. It becomes athletics training at that point, which is also fine. It's running back and forth, but it serves a different purpose. So I would say set your newest people on working, and set your more experienced people on doing just different activities that really push them to the limit. Because as you can see, we're still getting athletics XP. We're getting strength XP too. Because right now it's looking at Slink. So Slink is probably getting some pretty good. Well, actually, really just 2. Man, maybe who they're carrying isn't as heavy as I thought. They're not really weighed down all that much. Yeah, they're not weighed down as much as I was expecting them to. But they need some athletics anyway, so that's fine. Are the other 2 even weighed down? Yes, I understand. Show them the gear. Always show the gear, because we have nothing wrong with what we're carrying. Are you even gaining strength? Yeah, he's gaining some strength, 16%, so it's not actually that great. Slink is getting the bigger of the 2 bonuses. Oh, where'd they go? And how is Zim doing? He's getting some strength, not very much. Fighting also gives strength too. Dexterity can only get from using sharp weapons, light sharp weapons and stuff like that. So if you notice, we're going to be pretty much, I believe sharp damage is exactly what dictates it, and light weapons are typically sharper. As you can see, because we're all using kind of hackers, it's kind of not getting it as much as strength. Also, strength is easier to train up than dexterity, since dexterity is so limited on what can dictate you getting it. Moo's kind of gotten bugged a bit. Or actually, hold on. It may have too many people working the mines. Because I know that happened before. Yeah, 3 people are working it. So Moo, don't worry about it. You're not having to worry about that anymore. We already have enough people at the mines, apparently. I think it's because we have Swift still doing iron resources, and we were going to have Moo do it instead. I forgot to take Swift off of it. Yeah, actually, let's take Swift off of it. And then throw Moo onto it. And then that way we can, that way they'll be getting some training. And Swift can run back here and get some food for everybody, because they've got the backpack. There we go. Come on, Swift. We're going to need you. Hopefully the things respawned. I think it has. Let's get that. Alright. And then let's get the... I might still take the food cubes, even though they're really... Oh, I forgot them. Those sell pretty well. I might even take the food cubes. Yeah, I'll take the food cubes and even the meat wraps, just so that I have the food there as an option. And so that. We got the food there. Alright, so that seems like we've gotten back to town. Everything's working out alright. So we'll leave it there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We're going to probably try to get much stronger, and probably keep on using this guy as a prison test dummy. Because we should probably take off his shoes, though, just so that doesn't give him the running bonus. But I don't think he's going to be running anytime soon. I'm surprised he hasn't lost his legs. Authentically 100% surprised. I'm guessing because he's not standing. And if we use the splint kit, we may actually even be able to take off his legs. We want to kind of cripple him to the point where he can't fight back. And then use him like a living test dummy. And as vengeance for what happened to poor old Taurus, or earlier gameplay. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys had fun. I appreciate the suggestions. I appreciate them. I'll try to follow them as I can. But I think that fighting is going to be our priority right now. Fighting's just got to be a priority, because once we get down into that swamp, if I leave anyone behind, and if they can't defend themselves, they're probably not coming back. They're probably not coming back. The Holy Nation lands nice and safe. Even if we get occasionally get mistaken for prisoners or mistaken for criminals every once in a while, it's still, the consequences aren't going to result in death. But I'm pretty sure that if we don't watch out, we will end up having some trouble in the other zones. Have them do like a little run. And do like a little 3-person run for a second. Oh, we actually grabbed someone else too. Hold on. Load got up. Hold on. Hurrah, pick load back up. Now, they're not wearing armor. That could be another reason why they're not weighed down quite as much. We keep dropping them. But we're gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you get. Tell me what you guys think about my training regimen. Maybe you have some advice. I know that there's like some power, like there's some different tech stuff that's pretty heavy that we can throw on, and we could always use the ores to weigh us down even more, to really get into beefing ourselves up. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. See you guys later. Bye.